Hello guys, so today we will learn about the electrolyte uptake of a battery separator. The electrolyte uptake of battery separator is a key performance metric that reflects how much electrolyte the separator can absorb or it can retain. And it's very crucial for the ionic conductivity and battery performance and safety. Here you can see in the photographs is separator is absorbs a lot of electrolytes when it's PVDF, whereas when it's some other separators like proper PP or PEE or cell guard separator, they cannot wet or they cannot absorb a lot of electrolytes. So if the separator doesn't absorb a lot of electrolyte, or in short, if it repels the electrolytes, it will give very high resistance. During the charging of the battery, it will take longer time, which is not good for the battery or for your device. So why we measure the electrolyte uptake? As I said, it ensures the efficient ion transport in the battery. It also shows that high uptake or high absorption rate is better interfacial contact with the electrodes, because if it's repelling, then it's hard for lithium ions or sodium ions to transport through the separator. It also helps to assesses the compatibility of separator with electrolyte, and it's critical for porous separators like PVDF, PE, PP, or ceramic coated membranes or separators. So what is the standard method to test the electrolyte uptake? It's very simple. We need some materials. First is we need the dry separators, and you can cut into different size. Second thing we need is electrolyte with what we want to measure the uptake. The mostly common used electrolyte is LiPF16, EC, and DEC or DMC. We need that. And we need a physical balance with high precision. And we need some tissue to clean the electrolyte from the surface of separator. And these tests should be done in the glove box or in dry room, because the electrolyte is sensitive to the air. So let's see how we can measure. The test procedure is very simple. First, you can cut some pieces of separator and dry them under vacuum, and you can measure their weight, which is initial weight. Then you can take the separators into the electrolyte, and you can do this inside the glove box or in dry room, and then soak the separator in the electrolyte for at least 1 hour or 2 hours. After 1 or 2 hours, you can remove the separator from the electrolyte, and then you can gently blot both sides with tissue. But remember, don't press, because when you press, the tissue will absorb a lot of electrolyte even from inside of the separator, because it's pretty thin, like in 10 to 20 micron. So you should be careful, or only remove the electrolyte on the surface of from the surface of the separator. So once you remove the surface electrolyte, you can weight the separator, and you can note this as wet weight or final weight. And for each composition, you have to make at least 5 samples or 5 testings to ensure that precision of the calculations. So you can use very simple formula, which is electrolyte uptake percentage. W1 represent the wet weight, and W0 represent the dry weight. And you can multiply it with 100 to get the electrolyte uptake. So in short, if we talk about the wettability, we can say that high porosity and better wettability gives the high uptake. If the porosity is low, you cannot keep a lot of electrolyte. If wettability is also low, you cannot uptake a lot of electrolyte. And I am inserting a graph which shows the electrolyte uptake percentage for different kind of separators made in the lab. So this is very simple and straightforward procedure to measure the electrolyte uptake of a battery separator. And then you can use this kind of graph, or you can use some other designs for your journal publication, for your thesis, or for any kind of project presentation. Thank you very much.